проекта самия автор много успешно го е.
The name of the project, The Rabbit Hole, was quite suitably chosen by the authors, thus, in a way, giving a hint of the natural separation of both zones, private and public, by means of space only.
Само с пространство.
Gaasbeek in Belgium. Now a structure that strikes the viewer as a compact ensemble, this was until recently a small group of half-collapsed individual buildings. Out of an old farmhouse, architect Bart created a residential house with an attached veterinary practice. Tactfully and without nostalgic reconstruction. The trick was to unify the previously separate buildings, which he accomplished through the creation of a unique funnel-shaped extension, a brick structure termed the Rabbit Hole, which joins everything together.
The new corridor we made, the new building we made, gives a separation to the street. It makes an inner garden for the private. It gives a connection and disconnection between living and working. And especially it gives you a kind of logical way to go from one building to the other building, even without knowing it. It's the only way you have to go. You come from a landscape, you go in, it's darker and darker, it's smaller and smaller, and then at the end it goes higher and higher, and it ends again in the landscape. And that's the reason why I think everybody calls it a rabbit hole. It's only bricks, the floor, the wall, the ceiling, the facades, and the roof is in bricks, so there's just one material.
The nearby 13th century Gaasbeek castle also consists largely of brick, a highly valued material with a long tradition in this area. Next to brick, glass plays an important role. The large openings of the former hayloft are glazed, leaving them transparent and open. The space where hay was once stored now functions as the central room of the residence. Both the office and veterinary practice are situated on the ground floor, namely in the former cow stalls.
They said that the Belgians are born with a brick in the stomach, so something is true. If you have the feeling in general that a brick house is a better house, is a longer living house.
For this reason, the old bricks recovered during construction weren't discarded. Instead, they were cleaned and reused for certain parts of the house.
I'm sure that the bricks gives a kind of a modest, integrated, natural and logical thing to all the project.
The objectives of this construction process were not decided based on predetermined plans, but rather arose from the discussions between the client and architect on walks together through the property. In this way, window openings, visual references, and a feeling of space emerged, as well as the emphasis on the materials of old wood, glass, and brick.
The two materials enforced themselves by being together, I think, transparent and closed. Because bricks is massive, it's dark and closed, and glass gives transparency and light. So I think in contrast with themselves, they are working together.
What has arisen is a structural complex which is old as well as new, one that integrates perfectly into the cultural landscape around it, almost as if it had always been exactly as it is today.
What does this project have on the surrounding area? I think because it's still there, and the history is still there, and the history continues, that's enough, I think. Yeah? It doesn't do anything, it doesn't change the environment, it continues the environment, and that's the best thing you can do.